Oh, I don't want GarageBand. All right, let's see if this thing works here. Oh boy, I'm hearing myself doubled. Good evening. Welcome aboard, folks. As you can see, this is not your normal live stream. So I'm in my backyard. It's effing hot. You're in Tokyo? I didn't know you're doing international runs now. Um, so I'm doing something a little bit different. This is something I do every couple weeks. Um, I'll wait for a few more folks jumping in here. It's nice to see Chris in there, Denny, K3, VIP. I like that VIP. I'm a VIP. Well, I'm not really, but good to see you folks in here. I'm trying to figure out if I can get my can't turn sound up everywhere. So I see. It's probably very early in the morning there. Um, Nate, nice to see you in there. So I'm in light of what happened a couple days ago over in I think North Carolina. I don't know. I don't remember where it was. Hello from Virginia. Nice to see you in there. I'll take some of that rain. It's you get let's do the weather here before I get going here. It's warm here in the city of Chino. Um, let's take a look here. You do your little weather thing. It's only 89 degrees. It's not that bad. But it's a little bit humid, at least for me. 30% humidity is actually not bad for California. Um, so in light of what happened, I don't know if you guys heard, there's a fellow passed away doing a POTA. He had I'm getting weird data sounds in my earpieces, by the way. I don't think you guys are hearing that. Um, he unfortunately hit a power line with his mass. Um, something I am like seriously, I'm a seriously like safety guy. I've been hurt at work. You don't hear it? Okay, good. You hear me though, I'm guessing. Um, and I also I'm a very serious driver. When I fly, I'm a very serious flyer, and I try to safety first. Um, obviously, I haven't flown in a while. I still drive all the time. I drive very defensively, and I bridge that over to my professional world and my hobby world. And I have an antenna system here that's probably not the safest. It's the best that I can do. I basically have two masts up in the air, about 30 or so feet in the air, um, and they're not guided. Luckily, here in California, and Denny can attest to this, is that the weather here is very predictable. I know when the winds are coming. I know when it's going to be hot. I know when it's going to rain. The other thing is this setup here, which I'll show you right here. This is the 33 foot mast, but it's up on a little bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? A planter, I guess, about 2 feet or so. And then I have another mast there, and I'll explain what I'm doing here in a minute. That oh God, it's so opposite here because this is reversed. That you guys see in the background. The white one is a fiberglass mass, and the black one is a carbon fiber mass. The carbon fiber mass is actually a little bit taller. I think it's 1 or 2 feet taller. Um, I think it was kind of on a couple different um, groups, but I guess he wasn't. And Eric maybe knows a little bit more. He was in a in an area that's kind of like just adjacent to the park, and I guess he erected his mast right underneath a power line. I don't know the exact details of it, but whatever the case was, it cooked them. And pardon my expression on that, but I mean that's what happened. Um, so I'm kind of, you guys know that I'm trying to, I always try to be safe, and you guys seen me run downstairs when the winds come here in Southern California. Most recently in December, or sorry, in January. Um, yeah, and I didn't realize, and Eric pointed out to me that the carbon fiber mats are actually conductive. Um, so I have two carbon fiber masts and one, what do you call it? I'm spacing here. Fire. Oh my goodness. Carbon fiber and fiberglass. There you go. Um, the fiberglass is actually more sturdy, but it's like triple the weight. And I have a problem with the white one. And once the wind catches it, it doesn't have a lot of play in it. But I'm usually lowering and raising those a lot. The mass that is. So what I always try to do is take them down every couple weeks. I usually this time of year we don't get a lot of wind, and anybody here in Southern California can attest to this. Usually we get some sundown winds, not normally over 15 miles an hour. Um, we get a lot of we don't get any rain this time of year. We will get a thunderstorm or two. Will breeze by in the summertime, but like you guys seen in the past. I run out and I'm really good about making sure that thing's not up and it is grounded. So what I normally do is every 3 weeks I usually pull everything down if I leave it up. I pull everything down, check the connectors, check the brackets, check the latches, and the carbon fiber mat. Sorry, the fiberglass mass, the white one, and it's just starting to corrode a little bit. These things are not made to be out here 24/7, and they basically been out here for almost 2 years straight, through the wind, the dry, the wet. So they don't have a long shelf life for being outside. Is basically what I'm trying to say. So what am I planning on doing today? Obviously, do some maintenance on everything. Is see this? This is the black one right here. The carbon. Pardon me. This is the white one. And I'm looking at in the shadow. So this is the fiberglass one. I'm going to take that all the way down, and I'm going to take. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. I'm looking at this reverse once again, and I'm going to take this black carbon fiber one and put this in this post right here that you see here, and then I'm going to move the fiberglass one to where the carbon fiber is, and only put it up a tenth of the way maybe. And I'm going to do an inverted V. Every once in a while, I kind of switch up. I go from basically right now I'm in a sloper or flat, or close to as flat as I can. With my antennas 4010, it's 63 feet long, I believe. I've had really good luck with that on 40 meters. The thing I noticed when I use the inverted V on the infed is I get more of a inves, I guess it's called. Like I get really good local 40 meters and local 20 meters. I don't get that. I don't get too much DX with it. I don't know. It might just be the conditions, but I've looked at past logbooks when I kind of wrote down that I use the inverted V. You know, it's I don't know. The inverted V uses a little bit less. Um, I got to try to see if I can put that in there, Mister Mister Sam. The inverted V, I notice I guess I get more local than I would with the slope or the flat setup. So I'm there's some compromises with everything that you use. So I always think you get more the more metal you have in the air, you're probably better off. And that's just common sense. I'm getting above the houses a little bit here, not all too much, but it's enough to help me out a little bit. So a couple other things I have here because I am working with fiberglass, and it is. What's up, John? Nice to see you. And I'm gonna have to probably run to the bathroom here because I drank like 4 million waters, and I hope you guys can see this. Since I am working with fiberglass, I probably should be wearing something over my face because it's getting dried out, but it's not too bad. Uh, Gloves. Use gloves when you're using messing with fiberglass. I don't care if it's in good shape. Use gloves. Trust me, my hands have paid for it. Either dealing with stuff at work or dealing with stuff in my backyard in my personal life. Plus, it's a little bit warm. It's about 90 degrees, and probably the carbon fiber and and everything else is probably well over 100 degrees. So you don't want to burn your hand. It's quite warm out here today. It's about average temperatures for Southern California. The other thing, a couple things I'm going to show you what I do is I have some diagonal cutters. These Gumby like. Nice to see you in there, John. By the way, that's I don't know if you ever made contact with him or knew him. But I'm very sorry. Safety first. Hobby can always take a back seat. I have these like Gumby like wired ties. I actually use that. I don't know if you guys can see. Uh, I have this post here, and I tie the mast up to the post in like three or four different sections. So um, they also kind of give a little bit. So when it gets windy, I always go out there every couple of days and make sure I kind of tighten them up a little bit because they do give a little bit. I want them to give a little bit. I don't want the top of the mast to break off. The other thing is, once again, this is a temporary setup. I have some tie wraps that I slip knot the cable through basically, and I tie wrap it to the post. So not too big of a setup. I can usually have it down in like 15, 20 minutes and have it back up within 15, 20 minutes. I don't. It's not too elaborate. It's basically like a POTA setup. Um, but before I get started, like I said, I drank a bunch of water. I'm a water drinker. I want to try to do this in one shot, but I got to use the restroom. So I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. I should have a bathroom count on the screen there. So I don't know how much you guys are gonna see. You guys, I like to take you guys in here and show you as much as what I do here. Um, this is just live ham radio stuff. You guys see videos of people like putting up their antennas and doing whatever, and they're like edited to, to make it, see, I don't know, basically, this is real time. You can have somebody set up a video of them setting up their antenna in probably like 3 minutes. So this one's probably going to take a little bit longer, but so I want to actually show you guys what I deal with. You don't see the details and stuff. So this is why I kind of do the live stuff. You guys, there's full transparency. You guys see when I'm making mistakes. It's not like everybody's perfect. So I'm gonna get the ladder out, and what I normally do is I put down the center one, the white one. Um, Curious how the mass is supported in the corner of the wall. What are you talking about? Which wall are you referring to? I don't have a wall here. I want to take this question. Nice to see you there, K6GAE. And by the way, two things are going to happen. Either my headphones are going to die or my computer is going to die in the heat. The corner of the short brick wall. I don't have a short brick wall here. Where do you see a brick wall at? I don't have a brick wall. The other side here, um, this is the infed part. It's just sitting on another mat. That's the third mast there. And it's just up like 10 feet. Not nothing too big. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. And my screen is a little bit dirty, so I apologize. I probably should have cleaned that off before I started here, or my camera. There we go. Not as blurry as it was. The center mass, so it's actually on a pole, believe it or not, that was made for a light. It's cemented in the ground. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess yeah. It's cemented into like a little decorative, uh, I guess part of the wall. You're right. There is a wall here. What am I saying? I was thinking like a wall that separates the houses. So my bad, 100% my bad. I didn't realize that. But yes, that's into. Can I actually walk this over and show you? I'm afraid I'm gonna lose internet. So this it's actually a pole here, a metal pole, which that might be difficult to get out. So we'll see how that goes. So let me get as much view as you guys can, and it's taped in there, believe it or not. So without further ado, I'm going to put my gloves on and bring down the center mass. I won't be able to see the chat, obviously, because I'm away from my computer, but hopefully you'll be able to hear me. And so it's about 12:55. I don't know if I'll need, I'm just gonna walk it up. So here's the other thing is I have some tape over the brackets to kind of save them a little bit. And I got spiders everywhere. And when I bring this down, I'm watching the antenna the whole time. Ooh, see this? This just kind of came down really easy. This is probably the last time this thing goes up all the way. This one's not going down as easy. Again, put some tape over oop, don't want that to get in my planner there and I'll forget about it. It's a little bit tighter. I might have to go into the right one or the left one. Take this tape off. I'm gonna go over to the other mast here and bring that down, the infed side, just so they're coming down fairly even. I don't want them not to come down even. All right, I'm gonna go to the carbon fiber mass. I don't know if you guys can see very well. Um, just to the east side, a little pressure on this now. And see how quick I can get these down and safely. I've done this in the wind and the rain. sing in the rain. So again, always watching it as it goes down. Obvious reasons. Anything that gets clipped on anything, yada yada yada. These brackets feel a lot better that are holding this piece in. What I'm going to do now, take this thing off and use it. And what I'm saying is, take this thing off. It's the Gumby cable tie. Riveting ham radio today, huh? Figure, I always show you guys what I do in real time. I might as well do it now. Probably could have used another step right there, but would have been funny if you guys would have fell on live YouTube. You guys can go and replay that as much as you want. Much lighter here. We bring down the last center one. This is what I was talking about. The shavings coming off. I probably should have wore. At least I have some eye protection. Keep my mouth closed. Now here's something a little bit. It's gonna be difficult. I'm gonna have to take this heavy section out. I'll explain here in a second. Whoa. That was a close one. A little bit heavier than I thought. Because I'm not gonna be able to get this piece out. So I got in a tape. I get this taped in here just to keep it from like scooting back or late, going back and forth. Definitely got some carbon fiber crap in my mouth. Should have wore a mask. Hate those things. Before I get up there and grab this off. This is how I have this wedged in. So I have two tie wraps right here. Tie wrap going down, and I put this thing in the middle here. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and pretty reliable. Which I'm gonna cut off right now. It is quite warm. Once again, using gloves for obvious reasons. Almost got it. Let's see how hard it is to get this thing out. Oh, it's not too bad, believe it or not. So I'll put this back in here. I am going to use it. Once again, I'm going to cut these tie wraps off. Riveting ham radio high here, I know. Wish you guys can see this up close, but I can't move that close. But I'm going to show this up with the antenna mass up a little bit closer um, to see it's getting dried out. Just a minute. As you can kind of see here, I don't know, it feels pretty good, but it's getting very dried out. Um, Plus, that's not locking very good. I'm gonna keep it at a lower. Yeah, everybody hit that like button. I'm gonna keep this at a lower, I don't know, altitude, I guess we call it. I'm not gonna keep it up all the way because it's gonna be infed. So this is just gonna be a couple feet off. It's inserted, yes, inserted in the steel pipe. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna build my two contraptions here. So I need 6 ties. I'll get a couple extra ones. Well, now the black one, the carbon fiber mass is gonna be in the center. I like to space these out. I'll show you guys just in a minute. About 1.5 to 2 inches. The other thing is, with these, so I space these out almost about 2 inches, and then I fold them in together, and I squeeze, and it gets squeezed together. That way it gives some play. The cable goes through this section right here, which I'm not gonna do quite yet because I need to get the cable in there first. Make sure they're tight. I'm gonna do both of these right now. This one I'll do a little bit tighter. Yeah, see, just rubbing my fingers against this thing. It's very sharp. Great. It too small. I forgot I closed it by mistake. Let me show you this one, give it a little bit more of a demo. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have the part that you put in on facing towards the where the cable's at. So that way I have play and I can put it in the hole there. Once again, not that big of a deal. I'm gonna put the middle one up first. Get these out of the sun because it's starting to warm up. You guys want to do the weather for Chino? Grab some water. Yeah, smash that like button. Tell your friends. I need to get that's cropped. Gloves, most important thing. What I like to do is put this on the ground or put this on before I put it up. And I'll explain here in just a minute why. I learned from my own experience. So I put it on this side. I don't know if you guys can see. I hope you guys can see. a little bit hot. All right, so the reason why I put this in the middle first is I need to get over all these little trees and stuff. And I haven't put this carbon fiber mask yet into the, yeah, that was a pretty slick move right there, but yours truly, there's a big difference of a gap. Trying to get this over the trees, but didn't want to cooperate. You know what I forgot too is some tape. I need some tape. So I need to get some tape right quick. I put gaffer's tape on the lead edge of the mask. Gaffer tape to the rescue. Here, I'm gonna put this tape on. This is gonna be fun taking this stuff off, but there's always knives for that. The other thing, when you guys do tape, be a pro. Put a tab. I always put tabs. Thing is not moving back and forth. Tab, 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 tab. Gaffer tape to the rescue every single time. Let me show you something here real quick. I gotta put my gloves back on for obvious reasons. No 6 meter antenna today. I don't have it. I don't. The problem I have what's that company? Palomar Engineering antenna that does 6 meters, but I get a lot of RFI with it. So let me show you a little trick that I do. I use this trick at work for cables for lead stuff when we have to hang stuff. Is I basically made a little slip knot here, and this can play a little bit. See there? Mainly it's about right there, but it can play a little bit for the wind. You want stuff to play. If it doesn't play, bad stuff start to happen. It's like cement in the air. You definitely want some movement up there with the wind and everything like that. So I'm gonna put this up one section. Sorry, Cam. Also gonna put this over this. You guys see there? I've done this a few times. Ooh, this is when a second person will be helpful. This wood is starting to corrode here a bit, by the way. Let me put this up, maybe one more section. I don't want it up too high because I'm doing an inverted V. And that fiberglass is going everywhere. Probably gonna kill me. And you know what? I put this on the wrong. Put this on the wrong thing here. I have to redo this. I'll explain here in a minute. He's got the wind chimes going, which I'm not a fan of. Noise pollution. You guys are gonna go, you suck. You don't like wind chimes? Yes. Make sure that's tilted towards where the antenna is gonna be. Remember, most of the weight on these masts are gonna be towards the bottom, with it just giving stability for the top sections. Keep that in mind. I don't think I'm gonna have to use more than 3 for the stability factor of this thing. The hard part's pretty much over, and I just have to erect the center. Once again, no guy wires. I'm always looking to this thing, checking the weight. I'm sweating up a storm. See if you guys are still in there. I know, kind of boring. It's getting into all my audio equipment and it's shutting off my clocks, and it's lighting up LEDs in my daughter's room. Plus, my wife says she's hearing weird stuff. All right, so up she goes. This is the easy part and the fun part. Now, because the difference of how the antenna is, a little more weight on the center section. So I'm gonna have to bring. I'm gonna have to bring the end in a little bit. Let's make sure I don't step off the mini wall. Thank you, Nate, for explaining this. So right now it's pretty tight. Sorry for the. So I'm gonna have to move this one in. I want this as tight as possible. I still have one more section to go. Tighter the better. It helps with the wind a little bit. I'm gonna have to put up the other end a little bit further. It's pretty tight. Oh, my antenna. Ground came off. Oh, mother effer. Ground come off. I had to rebuild my ground. Maybe that was the source of my RFI problems. I need to get a little bit more weight. I need to get a little bit of weight off the side that's on the east. So I need to get my painter's pull out. So I have to redo my ground too. So of my antenna just to give it a little loosen it up there a bit. So I'm using a painter's pole to push down the cable a little bit. Push it through the slip. There you go. I'll take a little bit of weight off the one side. Now I can tune my 20 meter. In fact, I haven't heard. What's up, Kenny? Yeah, this one won't tune for some reason. So I'm gonna have to redo my ground. Let me put this back. Painter's pull back. All this other stuff. Wouldn't say. I just sat on a crystal wrench or whatever this thing is. So let's take a look at this inverted V here. It's pretty straight. It's kind of hard to see with the contrast. Let me come out to the sun and maybe that will help out a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see the cable. Um, Something I wasn't planning on doing is redoing my ground wire because it came off. So hopefully my internet still works. I got my computer here in the sun. I don't know if you guys can see the ground. This is the ground wire coming in. So I'm going to shave a little bit off here. It's like it's been off for a while. stripper here. That's stripped the cable, that is. I don't know, got about an inch. Here's the tricky part. Always wear gloves when you're messing with these knuckles here. So I wonder if this is part of the problem I had with my RFI there, Kim. Something I wasn't planning on doing was redoing my ground wire. But simple, easy fix. Hey, you guys still in here? My ground wire is green. You guys remember if you guys want to look at some grounding videos, I have a couple of them in there. So once again, a little easy fix. I'm guessing that my gardener may have tripped on this or something. So not a big deal as long as he wasn't hurt. All right, that might help with my RFI then. Grab my laptop here. Let me put some of this stuff away real quick. You guys still in here? Let me put some of this away. Still here? Yeah, maybe that RFI was part of the grounding issue I was having. I'm gonna clean up here. Always be nice and clean. Gotta make the wife happy. You should have seen when I was doing a grounding video. She was all like, "What is all this mess back here?" Don't worry, it'll be clean. It'll be like back where it was. I like to keep my area nice and clean here. Shall we go inside and see how she tunes up? You guys gonna see me with no hat on. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see much. I take my shoes off here because I've been out in the dirt and stuff with them. You guys still hear me, right? Yeah. Yep. I'm sweating up a storm here, boys and girls. Let me take my sunglasses off. I can't see anything. Seth will be pissed. No glasses. No looks like the mesh system's working. No glasses or anything like that going. So this the part I cannot show you directly my screen, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm still picking up stuff, so let's do a tune. Ah, tune looks good on 20. Man, I wish I can show you guys my screens. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's my tune there. Got a 1-to-1. Go to 17. Got a 2-to-1. So let's tune it. See what happens. Tune her up. 1.3 on 17. Tune her up on 15. That's pretty good. 1.1. 12 is always a problem with infed. Inverted V. I went to 1-to-1. 1-to-4. Actually, I was better before I hit the button. Yeah, it's not bad. Do 10, which is dead. A lot of these are native to the, I don't know what the native, but it's made for this antenna. 1.6 on 30. 1.45 after the tune. 40 is usually really good on the inverted V. And right now, before I tune it, still 1.7. Not all that great. No, that's why what I did was is I moved my infed half wave into an inverted V. What do you call it? How long it is? It's 63 feet. If you look up on myantennas.com, I have the 4010, the 4010 antenna. I'm sweating up a storm. Andy's in the house? It must have got hotter. Let's see what the temperature is outside here in Chino. I am dripping sweat here all over my office. It's got to be over 90 now. No, it's 90. The humidity went down a little bit. It was 87 before, I think. So it should be resonant. Yeah, but 40, it doesn't like it. So I might have to bring down the center a little bit. That helped last time. Would that make sense, guys? Because it's too high. Andy's out. Is Andy out? Yeah, some antenna maintenance. Um, I have a temporary setup. You guys saw how temporary it is. Being some of it gaffer taped in. There is nothing on 40, by the way, right now. Let's get on 17 and see what happens. Okay. If there's any, can't see. So once again, I do this well, I should be doing it every couple weeks. I definitely inspect it every couple weeks. Every month or two, I go in and I switch the configuration of the antenna setup, mainly because I'm just experimenting around with different times of the year. Like I'm getting Missouri in there. Hold on. A new county in Missouri. My fingers are all wet from the sweat. So, um, Kurt, nice to see you in there. Hopefully, my computer doesn't fall. So I kind of reconfigure stuff because the band changes. A lot of stuff changes. The other thing is, I've mentioned at the beginning of the live stream the center mask that I was using before. Now I'm using the carbon fiber in the center. The fiberglass one is starting to shave a little bit. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I got some of it in my mouth and it was coming down. Some people say to spray it with WD-40. I don't know if I want to attract ants because that's basically vegetable oil. I don't know if it's a petroleum-based product. Let's go to six real quick since I doubt if it will tune. I'm getting a three. Oh, oh, good thing I have a cap on. The best I could do is a 3 to 1. Have you tried random wire lengths such as 70? Yes, I have another antenna. Um, it's 72 feet. It does work on six, but I'm running horizontal. Um, I don't know if that's ideal. By the way, I could probably put on some light so you guys can see me a little bit better. Oh, that's from my computer. I don't have my normal lighting. See how important lighting is, by the way? See my mug? Yeah, it's not the best for 6 meters. I definitely would like my own, just a 6 meter antenna that I can switch to. That's probably too much light. At least it's not grainy. When you're talking about multiple wavelengths and radiation pattern, this starts to funk. Yeah. I'm only doing 720p. I generally do this because the bandwidth I'm usually dealing with is not very good when I'm remote. I mainly only use this computer remote. Obviously, I can probably do a little bit better than this at my house. I have quite a bit of bandwidth here. Um, there's some people on 10 meter, believe it or not. U.S. Virgin Islands. So I got to ask you guys, you folks, I should say, I'm gonna go to 15. Um, it, I mentioned at the beginning, I noticed that um, the infed inverted V is normally, oh crap, hold on. Do you guys still hear me? Yeah, you guys still hear me? Check. One, two. Okay, you guys still hear me? Um, okay, cool. Is that for some reason it connected to my other computer? So I'm on 15 meters FT8 if you guys want to come and get me. Um, from what I've noticed, and this is my personal opinion of based on what I've noticed, and you guys know how good of experienced ham radio operator, amateur radio operator that I am, that the Inves is like seem to be a lot better for like local states, especially on 40 meters, versus the what I had flat or inverted, or whatever you guys want to call it, antenna. I mean, that's what I noticed when I had this antenna out. Um, in the inverted V last time, I had a lot more noise on 40 meters too, which I'm gonna go to 40 on, and I do have quite a bit of noise, but I mean it's 1:30 in the afternoon. I don't know. Have you tried inverted L? I have, and I've actually had I had not very good luck with that, believe it or not. I had a lot of RFI. Um, But as far as the inverted V, it seemed to have done a lot better locally. But it also had a lot more noise attached to it. So I definitely want to get something a little more permanent. And I don't know if Nate's still in here, but that pole, that metal post would be perfect to put another metal mast, um, and just do a delta loop out of there. That's my goal. But it's like $400 for one of those things, I think, or something, or $300. I don't remember. I don't know. I'm gonna refer to you folks that are a little more professional amateurs, but seems like as soon as any part of the antenna goes vertical, the noise goes up. I would agree with you 100%. Um, yeah. I have, and you guys, I know I haven't done it really live, but I haven't um, I have, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess experimented around with a loop on the ground, and the noise and the signal was it just it didn't help. I have so much noise here that it's just incredible. It looks like this fixed up my RFI situation though. I'm not like messing my clock up anymore on 15 meters. Mini transformer that will do 500 watts voice, 100 watts digital. I have one. Amstick uh, helped me out with, and I'm making a contact with. Oh, it's Matt. That's our first 15 meter. God, it's hot in here. Have we got 15 meter FT8? Yeah, we do. I thought we didn't. I don't have 10 meter. You want to try 10 meter FT8 after this there, Matt? I've been licensed 24 years. I'm not even close to being a professional. God, I hope not, because this is an amateur. This is an amateur thing. We're not getting paid for this. And some situations may work better for some others. Let's go to 10 meters there, Mr. Matthew. Would love to get you on 10 meters. I did see Northern California on 10 meters, so maybe the inverted part. I'm gonna throw out CQ on 10 meters. I don't have you on 12 digital either, so we could try that. I wish I could show you guys the screen on this, but that'd be way more difficult than it seems to be. 10 meters been really not good. I just saw orange in there. Yeah, everybody smash that like button. See what he says there. And by the way, we're friends on Facebook now. I don't use that very often because people get angry on there. It's Angry Book. Everybody's opinion on there. I am not seeing anything on 10 now. I'll give it a minute. I'm probably going to go shopping here in a few minutes too. So this is the afternoon grade K6EGG live. I messed up my antenna setup. Yeah, I don't see anything on 10 now. I'll maybe go to 12. You're seeing Brazil and Chile. Oh, there we go. I'm getting Colombia, sorry. Uh, HK4EI right now. So definitely going south right now, south to north. 10 meter. You should see 10 meter FT8 in the winter, man. It's especially late October. It's like going like crazy. Oh, we got to get back working, huh? All right, take care. Thanks for jumping in here. I don't even know how many people are liking, but hit that like button. How many likes do we have? I have no way to. Actually, I could if I went on this other computer, I guess. How many people are watching? 19. Hit that like button. That's very nice. And it's like 32 you folks watching. How nice of you. Sorry for it being very, very bumpy here. Or I'm not in my backyard anymore. I'm actually in my office. And that guy stopped calling me. He's minus 21. 22 likes, 33 people watching. That's pretty good for a non-planned live stream. I never plan these things out. Well, I'm seeing, speaking of South, I'm getting South America. This is the studio. This is what I got. This is what I'm looking at all the time. I don't even have all my lights on. So I got the A6400 right there. I got the Semitrix preamp that's right there. I have these DBX here I use for noise gate. That's a 204 uh, um, oral exciter. Got my lovely soundboard. This is a Stream Deck. I actually have this camera here so you guys can see the audio board. What mic is this? This is a Electro Voice RE27ND. November David. All right, let's try 12 meters there, Mr. Matt. See what we get out of that. Or I go down and get some nachos. I'm hot. PSK reporter shows that I'm being heard in South America. Yippee! All right, take care. I'll be back on later tonight. It's a school night for me. All right, I'm back on. I'm on 12. Now you see how crucial lighting is and color temperature on the lights. I don't have this camera like set up at all. What are you? I'm guessing you're vacationing. I think you might have said that earlier. So there's nothing on 12 meters at all. I don't see anything. I guess I'm gonna go back to 15. Vacation. That's a, you know what? Tokyo is a great city. One of my favorite cities to go to. Have some Gaikaku. I'd usually fly to Narita and then take the train to Tokyo Station, stay right by Tokyo Station. That's a long flight, by the way. Believe it or not, I don't feel too jet lag after that. Yeah, 12 meters is not very good there, Mr. Jeff. Jetta Jeff. Do you have a jet? Do you have a Jetta? Seth will be very upset that my head is out. You guys see how big of a five head I have. I don't have no problem making fun of myself, that's for sure. So I'm back on 15 meters. It looks okay. It actually looks like I have less noise on 15 meters right now. And part of it might be that grounding that I wasn't grounded. That's unfortunate that I figured that out. I mean, it's fortunate, but it's unfortunate that it happened. And I didn't charge up my battery all the way, and I'm down to 45%. Right on. Once again, U.S. Virgin Islands on 15 meters. I'm seeing San Diego on 15 meters. I'm seeing Washington on 15 meters. Puerto Rico, Florida, Texas. But 10 and 12 are just junk. So now you guys get to see what I see. I got this light in my face. Now you guys wonder why I get a headache. And that's not, I don't even have, actually, I don't even have this light on. Yes, those are packing blankets. Deadens the sound a little bit. I got two computers I'm looking at. There goes my FT8 9, sorry, my MFJ 929 right there. And behind those boxes right there is my 9700. Yes. It wasn't that bad yesterday. It was only like S8. We'll see what happens tonight. I'm gonna have to try to figure something else out. I'm gonna get one of those loops, just say F it, but I need help. I need help putting that thing together. Look, I had some drop frames going on here. All right, so I plan on being on a little later tonight, probably after 6:30 or so, 7 p.m. Pacific. Do the math of wherever you folks are at. I'm not going to try to do it for you, Denny. It'll probably be like, I don't know, 6 a.m. I don't know what time it is over there. It's not difficult, dude. You forget who you're talking to. I am not mechanically inclined at all. If you guys saw what I was doing in the backyard there, I'm not very mechanical. By the way, I still haven't made a contact here. Oh, the only contact I did make was um with Matthew. So I'm back on 20 meters. 6 a.m. So I wasn't that far off. Well, I was thinking later tonight when I go on live. I'm guessing you're on the East Coast time. West Coast, best coast. Danny, you'll probably really enjoy yourself and good food, great people. Very pushy people though over there. Um, yeah, riding the trains there is not very fun. They're fast, they're clean, but oh, you're flying home tonight or today? You going on your medal or coach share? I wish this whole country would be like kind of on one time zone, or would it all go off UTC? It'd make a lot more sense. The long haul, man. It's kind of cool. When you go to Japan, you kind of go over, and you probably know this, you take the Great Circle route. You go like over like Vancouver and um, the Aleutian Islands of Alaska down next to Russia. You actually used to go over Russia. That doesn't, you don't do that anymore for obvious reasons. Um, And then when you fly back home, you go straight across just north of Hawaii almost by about 2,000 miles north of Hawaii. And you catch this, there's huge jet streams through there. And you probably would know more about that. The tracks they take, sometimes you got 700, 800 knots above the ground with the 70 to 110 mile tailwind. Get that sometimes in the winter coming back from Hawaii too. But that's why I like the aviation part of it. um, hope for will be a short. Yeah, I heard the Dodgers they got in like 2.5 hours early. They're in a 747, and as you know, the Queen moves fast. It's the fastest commercial plane out there, as far as I understand. I've talked to a couple pilots about that very thing. They go like 0.93 Mach, I want to say, and I might be speaking out of turn on that one. You probably know a little bit more about that. So I'm going to be back in a couple hours. I appreciate you guys jumping in here. Anybody new, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button if you are. Yeah, the game is on right now over there. You could probably pick it up on NHK. 1, 2. So my earbuds are cooked to two different things at once. Very interesting. So you guys take care. I don't know how to go to black on this thing. I'll have to figure it out. I think I have black on here, but you guys take care. Be back later tonight. I'd love to make contacts with you. See how this is. Like I got K2A going after me right now. The New York 13th colony. So take care, everybody. Have a good afternoon.